All right, what up, guys? Austin, Isaac, Joey, Juliet. All right, guys. So this is what I've been doing. So this last week on Friday, well, actually, it was like last Tuesday, I went to this meetup here in Vegas, right? And it was a bunch of investors. And I think I talked to you guys. It was about pitching, right? There was like 50 to 60 investors, like business owners in the audience. And I literally like casually asked somebody for a drink. I was like, hey, do you guys have any water? And she like 20 minutes later came back and then she started talking. She gave me some water and I started overhearing her talk. And literally she said, hey, like, oh no, somebody dropped out of the pitch competition on Friday. And we need another speaker for our third speaker. And I was like, I'll pitch. And, and she goes, oh yeah. And she goes, okay, well, send me your pitch deck. And so I went home. I figured out what a pitch deck was. And
I saw you creating that.
Right? And I literally created with my AI team an entire pitch deck for investors on AI text to code. Right? And then I put it on my website. So it's called deck.myaiteam.com. So this is a software that my AI team coded up an entire pitch deck. And then I pitched it on Friday in front of 60 to 70 investors from stage.
How did that go?
How'd it go?
Bro. It was crazy. I was so freaking nervous. So that's how I started off. I was like, I hope you guys are as nervous as I am. Like literally I rolled into this pitch, right? The AI coded up the entire thing. I took all the testimonies that I've been gathering and I added it to the website. I added it throughout the slideshow. And I had about 7 to 15 minutes to pitch my product. And it was fantastic. Literally, people had questions. They were engaged the whole time. And then afterwards, I gave a live demo. And about 15 of them were lined up around me asking questions, wanting to push buttons, wanting to build websites. I had one guy. He literally had, he actually messaged me on LinkedIn. Apparently people in real life use LinkedIn.
I know. That's what I use primarily for business.
I did not know that. I've been using Facebook this entire time, like a dinosaur. All right. So apparently I'm going to use LinkedIn and make a lot of money over there. Like, I don't like.
Oh, I have an idea for a
LinkedIn
software. Maybe we could figure it out. I'll show you. I'm driving right now, but I have this like automated LinkedIn software that like I take like a sales navigator search with my criteria of who I'm looking for, like HR people or CFOs or CEOs in a geographical area or in an industry or whatever. And then I plug it into the software, and it like automatically like connects with them and sends them a message. But you have to be careful because you're not really supposed to have bots on LinkedIn, but it's like figured it out because they limit like how many go every day. But I was like, I wonder if we could build our own.
Wow, that'd be really cool. Now, so literally I was one of the guys, he came up to me, and because you're right, we can build our own. One of the guys came up to me and he literally said, I have a website for lawyers. That's it. A website for lawyers. He goes, I'm about ready to hand a website developer, $15,000 this week. $15,000. And he goes, are you telling me I could take my entire page and input it into your software and it will build it for me? And I said, yep. Sure, I sure will. And then he sat there mind blown, because this is actually how I build websites today, right this very second. Here's what's crazy. I just brought on a person to help me in my like a personal assistant, because like in my like it's my wife's sister, so it's just she's already in our house, you know, it's convenient, you know, like I could just say, hey, can you help me with this website? So she's now building my websites for me.
She's your intern.
My intern. And now I literally created an SOP that I'm going to send out soon. I created an SOP of how I'm building these websites step by step. And if I could train her in an afternoon to build an entire 5-page website to a doctor's standard, I could train anybody.
No,
And
I know. And did you show the guys some of the doctor websites you guys were building?
Oh yeah, I showed them the software, some of the softwares. I showed them the little website, the homework helper that we built, right? Like I showed them all that. Like, and these guys were blown away, literally. And here's the thing: is I went through this entire. After this call, I'm probably going to do a little Facebook Live here soon, right? I went through this entire call talking about AI text to code, right? And literally this entire thing, right? Coding is time consuming, right? I went through this entire like slideshow with this, the cost of software development, how much it costs, the solution. And then check out this, like it literally outputs this thing and it's like, create me a button, and it's wild. Like this thing was wild to be able to show them everything. Like, and so it was truly like, it was such a blast to do this from stage.
So were they like handing you checks or what?
Oh yeah,
here's money.
This is what's the craziest is a lot of them. What I realized is yes, because here's the thing: the reality is there's going to be other tools that could do what ours do. That's the reality. There's going to be other tools. Like the thing is, text to code, as crazy as I feel like it is, it might be a novelty. Just like AI images were. And eventually it might be like, bro, everyone and their mom could do text to software, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't feel, and it kind of, maybe it like hurts my pride to hear that because I was like, man, I created it first. I feel I was the first one. But that was like for like 2 weeks. Like, and then WebSim came out and then Austin was able to rebuild the entire snippets in the snippets. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, dude, you know what I mean? Like, it's just wild. Like I don't feel like I'm going to have the lead on the edge on that aspect for a while. However, I do feel like I'm 3 years into software development and I'm learning stuff still. I'm literally building stuff and I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. And I feel like, man, every day I'm just like, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. I was like, and then if I get bored, I could do this. And it's all in the same wheelhouse. I could do anything on the internet. Like I could build, if I get bored, I could go build an entire new software in a whole different niche. And my skills aren't completely useless. Like,
yeah.
There's this cool software that I found out. Jeff, you're frozen.
Just frozen.
Mm-hmm. His internet died again. I know. I got my kindness tool all working, but I definitely I still need to build like a whole front end website and all that to go with it. Of like talk about anti-bullying and like about the program and make it all like touchy feely and like why they would use it.
Yeah.
Public facing portion of it.
I think it looks really good. Like that what you got done so far is really good.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I mean, and we did something similar to that at my one of my old companies. So it's like, well, I just basically made the same thing again.
Yeah.
So Jeff dipped out, so we can talk all we want about him.
Yeah.
tell you what, one day I'm going to disappear from the whole internet.
Yeah, he's gonna turn into AI. He's gonna get swallowed by AI.
He is going to be my AI team.
Yeah. Good old
That's gonna
internet went out. We're on hotspot now, guys.
Oh, fun.
We're rolling with it today, I swear.
But you said you did work for Dennis, right?
Dennis?
You do websites for Dennis?
Doctors, I think.
Doctors and nurses, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Dennis would be a great one, you know? So, yeah, I mean,
Well,
Might be
one of
similar.
the ladies that purchased one of these songs is a dentist, and she said she wants a song for her website. So I'm kind of curious about that.
That sounds awesome.
I mean, she could make it into like a video, I guess, or something, like an advertisement.
There you go. There you go. Make it a video ad. There you go.
Mhm.
And afterwards, what you could do is you could make it where there's a little code snippet that it could have a little autoplay for her, and then you can make like waves on the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, and then it looks cool with a little dancing tooth, whatever you want, man. Like, you can do a lot with custom code, bro. Like,
I need you to show me how to, or show me how to. If I connect my API from that and traffic or whatever that other site was, then you're
Anthropic.
yeah. If I connect my API to your code builder with that API, you're saying that that opens up my options, right, to do a lot more stuff inside of your code builder. So I just need you to show me that one time.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what's interesting. So, you guys know how we talked about, like, basically when you build software, internal tools is one thing, right? Code snippets is one thing. So you could just build it where you could like connect your own software, right? Well, that's just like using internal. But if you want to get where there's users and logins, and you actually want to sell this one day, right? Like, ultimately for me, I want it where I build a tool for myself and solve a solution. I know that people are going to want to use that, right? Because it's helpful. Well, like, might as well sell the access to that, right? So does it have the goal of like building a software one split, not just build a software fun? Joey,
You're really
all fun, or do you want to sell? Really laggy. This is lame. Yeah, this internet stuff is crazy.
I thought they fixed your stuff.
This is funny. Well, I could hear you guys great. All right.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard to do to set up the database and connect it and all of that. I just asked AI to walk me through what setting up a MySQL database and connecting it and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, Juliet, just because you're better, don't try and sound like you're better than me. Just because you've got your setup and I don't.
I'm just saying, just ask AI to help you.
Okay, are you the teacher or is Jeff? Okay,
they're your BFF.
Well, I want to throw some knowledge at you guys because
I'm just joking, Julia. I love you.
So are you guys familiar with Wordle?
Yeah.
The game?
So what's up?
Is that's a game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a game.
Dartmouth.
So a long time ago, not long time ago, a couple years ago, it was acquired by New York Times for hundreds of millions of dollars. And it started off as it was a free tool that a guy made for his wife. And literally he was able to sell that New York Times ended up buying it for millions of dollars for just to get the users. And I was like, that is crazy. We can build a free tool and still have a wonderful outcome. And Jeff's frozen again. So, like,
yeah, that's an
if you
interesting
guys,
concept. How do you get the users?
Yeah.
Is the next question.
well, I mean, you have to build something that attracts to people, right? So you're gonna want to build something that is very so like the Wordle, the way that got popular is the wife was sharing it with his what the wife was sharing it with her friends, and it just kind of spread. And if you build something like that, it's something to where it can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And not only that, but it gets to the point where it just there's so many people that you're like, well, what do we do? And I think that's to the point where he he got to where he was like, okay, it's to like the point where I'm kind of on the edge. So he ended up selling it to New York Times for, I think it was like $35 million that they acquired it for.
Yeah, and that was 100%
I
free
was like,
app.
wow. Yeah,
Free, like no charging things, like nothing.
not even a login.
Yeah.
Well, how would it get users then without a login?
It was basically like a word of the, I think it had like, it was offense. So you would log in with your Facebook or something like that, you know, or like you
Facebook or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yep. So, yep. So now here's what's really
Have you
crazy.
guys ever
Over the
tried
last
doing
few days,
anything like that? Like
didn't know.
connecting?
Connecting the databases or what? Am I still really laggy?
Connecting to like
Yeah.
Facebook. Like, have you guys ever created anything that like authorizes like with like Facebook, for example?
Oh,
I
that's
haven't
cool.
yet. That'd be really cool though.
But on another note, guys. So by what I figured out today, this is a way we can get a lot of exposure. Is if you find somebody who's having a fundraiser, and schools have fundraisers all the time, and people will buy songs, and the money goes to the fundraiser. And it was just like fireworks going off. Like 4 people, $400 popped up quick. Like, yeah, I'll do it just because it's for a good cause. So just imagine how much money we can make if we diversified out and said that we make music for your fundraiser or something like that. We sell songs for your fundraiser. So that's even if you gave away 80% or 50% or whatever, even if you did it for free and you donated 7, 8 hours, one day of your week, there's so much good you can do with the AI music. People are, I think, sleeping on. I think that is a big thing that I don't even know if anybody's doing that or not, but I know that if like a school was having a fundraiser and parents,
well, then they're usually a nonprofit too, so you could probably get a write-off by doing that donation or doing that work.
Like I had no money to donate to this guy, but now I'm donating to this guy $400. And I'm like, don't even send me the money. I'm like, send me a screenshot of your donation, because then I'm going to have to take the money and show that I made the money and then make a donation to the nonprofit or to this organization. So I don't know what this is going to turn into, but I think it's bigger than just these 4 people, this $400 that came within 5 minutes. You know, it was just like, there's these things happening every day, all day. There's somebody's collecting money, you know, for something. And I don't know, but oh, and also this is something I wanted to say, Jeff, before I forgot. I read this in my speaking, the guy who's teaching me speaking and all that, James Malinchak. He figured this out when he added this to his contract. It really like boosted his career. So like whenever we sign up for your this coaching group or whatever, it should be a requirement for each of us to give you a video testimony of our experience with you within so many days or weeks. And it should also be a requirement for us to refer you to so many of our friends. It should just be like in your contract, like, you know, this is this one little clause that you add to your contract is I just ask for you, if you know, like, give me a review, whether you like it or you don't, a video testimony, 30 to 60 seconds. And I just ask you to share this group with 2 of your friends, and just add that little clause into your sign up page. And because, you know, you don't have one from me, but I would give you a killer testimony. You know, I bet Juliet would. I bet Austin would. I know Troy would. You know, like, you've got a gang of people that just want to give you video testimonies. You just haven't asked us yet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, would you guys give me a video testimony?
You know what this chick just did in Zoom today? She charged people an extra $7 or something a month. I think Jeff froze.
Yep, he's frozen.
But anyway, she's charging people like, and after the call, she's like giving them their conversations, like when they were highlighted on screen with other people, and the transcript. She's just trying to find a way to upsell the call, like what's going on in the call. I just trying to think of way, because I mean that's a book. Like if I go talk to a school and I say in my contract, you have to give me a review within 48 hours, a video testimony of how I did, so I could use that for future shows, and you have to also refer me to 2 other of your friends. You know, that's in my contract.
Yeah, it's pretty smart, and I like that. Yeah. I've been thinking about a long-term, well, I guess this is the long-term, but I guess more of like a structured step-by-step. It's interesting is because I don't feel like software is structured step-by-step at all. Like I feel like maybe some parts could be structured, like getting the database, getting the payments and all that stuff structured as like a journey of how to create software. But if you guys, is there something that, what do you guys feel like is the hardest part of learning about software for you guys right now? Like if I was to do something like that.
Getting the users.
Getting the users.
Marketing. Which is part of getting the
Connecting
users.
all the different APIs and how you do that, connecting different softwares together. I
Yeah,
don't know how to do any of that.
yeah, it's the same with me. Is just the back end, just getting it all set up. I also think you'd make a great motivational speaker, Jeff. I think that you should, think about that, because you could be a really high-paid speaker that goes around to colleges and talks to students, or high schools that talks to students about a potential career in coding or AI, and
the limitless possibilities.
yeah,
Jeff's a good hype man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just want to hype them into something that's a systematized way that actually helps them, right? Like I've had classes and courses that were really good, and I was really good at hyping them, but then I just don't want to deal with I don't want to sell a product that's not fully built, that's delicious. You know what I mean? Like I want to hype from stage and then be like, all right, go back there to enroll in the program, and then they enroll in a program, and then like that's it. You know what I mean? Like that's it. You know what I mean? Like they take the class, they learn software development. By the end of it, they are software developers. You know what I mean? Like whatever that is, that's what I want. And then I want to here's the thing. So I've already started to realize I have more opportunities now than I have time. And so I'm now turning down opportunities that I would have dude, that would have saved my life a few months ago. You know what I mean? Like it would have some of those checks are like, holy cow, that's a lot of freaking money. And I'm just like, dude, I don't have time for that. Like, but I have no one to send to. Like, who do I send that I could actually like trust and certify? Because it has to be one of those things is right now, somebody just hired me recently to build a software in Bubble. Okay. And Bubble is the software that MyAiTeam is built in. However, I'm building 90% of the software in MyAiTeam. And I just figured out yesterday, 2 nights ago, how to connect MyAiTeam, the snippet builders, into Bubble. So now I'm able to save data and pass information into Bubble back and forth. Which, if you guys didn't know, Bubble, I've already felt like I could build any software in the world with Bubble. And now I could build any software in the world 10 times faster with Bubble and MyAiTeam. Like 10 times faster. Bubble handles all of the stuff that I need, like saving data, displaying records, handling users, authentication, all that stuff Bubble handles. I don't have to figure out how to do that. Bubble just has cute little drop downs and all that stuff. Well, there's a lot of other things, like Juliet said, like SQL databases and Xano, and like there's so many ways to do it to connect into the back end. It's like, which one do you like? Do you like red, or do you like blue, or do you like green? Like, what shirt do you like? It doesn't matter, right? It's just which are going to show you how to do first, and which one are you going to pick? So connecting APIs, getting users, like setting up the back end. Is that what you were trying, like setting up the back end? What does that mean for you, Joey?
That means I purchased the domain through Namecheap. I purchased the shared hosting. Now
Okay.
I just need to be able to incorporate that process with my AI team to enhance my abilities inside of the snippet builder.
Okay, beautiful. So you got a cPanel now, and have you played in your cPanel yet?
I just looked around.
Beautiful. Okay, so here's what's really cool. So you're just looking around in there. So cPanel overview of what you could do, because here's what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to upload files in there. You're going to be able to create emails, and that's like a virtual computer on the server or on the internet. Okay, so I feel like I should give a proper walkthrough of the server of what you're going to need, because that server is going to help you for so many things. Like Bubble just gives you another tool that you don't have to figure out some of the back end code. It kind of eliminates the need for that PHP script, right? However, some people prefer custom code. Here's the thing. Some of the things I was doing for this client, it would have took me 2 to 3 weeks to be able to complete what I did for them in 20 to 30 minutes, 2 hours of work. And I'm building inside my AI team. And it's like, dude, like, and I'm able to show him results that night. And so there's like a team of 3 or 4 that hired me. And I'm like, hey guys, this is what I built this night. And they're like, what? Like, I already set up the crawler, the website scraper, like, and it's about ready to put all the data into their AI. Like, it's crazy. Like, and I'm just telling the AI back and forth, connect to this, do this. Like, I'm not even like, I'm not even doing anything. I'm not coding. I'm not dropping in Bubble. I'm not trying to figure all that out. I'm just talking to it like English, and it's building it. However, what I do realize is maybe it's because after a while I've learned to speak this language, and I don't even realize it, because it's almost like if I was speaking Spanish right now, I wouldn't realize I was speaking Spanish. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's my natural language. Right. Well, over time,
I think it's just like that in any industry, though, too. Like, you start speaking all the acronyms and the jargons, and a normal person would be like, "What?"
Yeah, what's an API? You know, what's an API in a cPanel server? What did you just say, Jimmy? Yeah, and so I feel like this is an area that the education is probably going to be like, I feel like the more we learn, the more that, like, okay, like, I know if somebody comes to you with a project, they're going to come to you talking to you like a normal person. They're going to say, hey, I want this software that does this because I have clients that they need this done, and I need a software that does this, this, and this. Well, you have to be able to say, translate that into, how do I set that up? Right? Well, if you know how to do that in your brain fast and how to connect all that, then you can say, I could do that. Well, that's where I feel
there's probably a lot of follow-up questions you're going to have to figure out to ask them too. And you might not know what those follow-up questions are, because in their mind, they're like, well, I just want it to do this. And it's like, okay, well, you got to think about this, this, and this. And how is this going to apply? And how is it going to figure that out? I mean, there's like so many different pieces.
100%. Yeah. And so the life of the developer, here's what's really cool is Facebook done being built yet?
No.
Is even Zoom, Google Meet or Zoom being done? Like, is anything on the internet ever being built? So if you do a really good job, you should never be out of a job. The internet is where everything is being built. Pretty much, like, there's the physical world, because we actually live in the physical world. However, my internet went out today. Like, That's my whole business. That's like, Jesus. Like, I'm about ready to move houses because my power keeps flickering. You know what I mean? If this keeps happening, like, I'm moving out. Like, this is not even worth the house. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, that's the issue, you know? And it's just an old house, you know, but that's all right. Hopefully it's fixed this time, you know? So it's like one of those things where the internet is a necessity in people's lives today, which it is mine. And I know that is for a lot of other people. And so it's just going to continue to grow on the internet. It's literally just going to keep growing. And so the people that are learning to build it is us. Well, I was appreciating last night. I was actually appreciating, like, almost because I was sending them work so fast, like sending the results of like, hey, this is what I built tonight. I built you a whole admin dashboard with all your users, the ability to search instantly, filter all of them, change and update, and it's all connected into Bubble. And I built it tonight in one night. That would have took me 2 weeks. Over 2 weeks. And it took me one night. And so it's one of those things where at first I was like, man, I feel like I'm cheating. And he's going to be like, oh, this isn't good because it's AI code. The guy is ecstatic with it. The client just wants the result fast. It costs a lot of money to pay for software development. He doesn't want to, realistically, he doesn't want to have to keep paying me every month. He would love for him to get the software up and it's magically up and done, ready for customers. And then if he wants to make updates, then sure, he keeps me on board. So the development part is, it doesn't mean it doesn't take time. It doesn't mean the process of being a doctor, you could skip CPR. Does that make sense? Like, you can't just skip the schooling part to become a software developer just because AI could do the job with this. Unfortunately. But also, fortunately. Because other people are like, I don't know how to do software development. I'm scared. But we have to realize that the reality is we can now type it into existence. We just have to follow the instructions. And over time, it's going to get easier. Because over time, it's like, oh, dude, I know how to use a cPanel. Oh, Bubble, backend, APIs, like, so easy. Joey's over here like, hey,
figure out how to make things. We got to figure out how to make our lives easier and faster. I mean, I'm even thinking about like, okay, with work, it's like in my space, employee benefits, it's like 90% of the businesses, their benefits renew January 1st. So open enrollment is always fourth quarter and everyone is stressed out and scrambling and having to do like all this work crammed into like a couple of months, right? So I'm like, how can I make AI like make some of these processes faster and I could be more efficient and do the work of 3 people?
That's awesome. Yeah, that is fantastic. I'm so interested to know how you approach those problems as it comes. Like,
yeah, it'll be interesting.
That is so awesome. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jeff. Hey, if we was to get enough, say, students that wanted to be a part of this, as far as, I mean, like high school students, would you be willing to do like a night class?
Dude, I am willing to show up wherever somebody tells me that, hey, Jeff, I got someone to teach. You know what I mean? Like, where 2 or more gathered, I'm going to show up too, you know?
On this call today, there was like a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old. They were having a talent contest, like a singing contest. And it was all because it was a fundraiser. And I'm thinking, man, when I talk to these students, if we get on a career talk and we start talking about like AI consultants and coding, I bet I can recruit people that would want to come once, and they're your little interns. This is like an internship for them, people that want to either make music or they wanted to go to school for technology, for computers or for coding, whatever. It's a community. We're going to build our own community for these people that are the next generation, man, because this next generation is not being educated to understand crap. So it's like, I want to put together some kind of a weekly call when my daughter's school starts to keep her organized and give her some kind of an assignment to do when she's not with me, because she's not living with me. So it's like, I'm going to start a weekly call. And it's like, I want you guys to be involved if you want to be involved.
Yeah, I'm down to join and teach those things and definitely show up. So anybody has anything, like literally if you put together a webinar and you say, hey, I want to teach, even if it's the pitch deck, right? I'll send you guys the deck, right? Even if it's the deck and you guys want me to just literally teach the deck to your audience, that's it. All it is here's the problem. Coding is really hard and expensive. Here's the solution. AI can freaking do it. Here's the backstory of why I did it and why I created it. Here's a demo. And then we build a demo live with MyAiTeam. And then you get a code at the end so people could buy through your link, and then that's it. So we help push sales to your product, right? If they want to try it. There's no more free trial. It's pay if you want to get it. That's it. Because we do a demo up front, like prove it. You know what I mean? I show you how it works. What more do you want? That's the demo. If you want it, buy it.
Right.
So it's pretty simple. And we've already gotten sales from that like event too. Like the little like one that I did live, So
They signed up for your software?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Heck yeah, it was cool. It was the first
all in a whim. You know how like random that was, Jeff? That even happened?
That's what I'm saying. I just asked some random lady for water. She was just like in the back. She looked like she was like a worker, but apparently she's like the head coordinator. And like it's like me asking like this, the head person for water. It's like she spent 20 minutes walking around a building she does not know for finding me a water bottle. It was crazy. Like, so yeah, I mean, and here's what's interesting. The people that I got connected with, they own they're part of some of the people, she's an elective official of Las Vegas to be able to help fund the startup scene in Las Vegas. Like, so now she's they literally did an interview with me. They sat me down, recorded an interview, why I came down, how I heard about it, like everything. Then they recorded the whole entire speech. So soon I'm going to have like a whole reel with B-rolls and B-clip, like full on production. Like one of the guys that was on the panel, it was like a Shark Tank panel. He raised $100 million for his company in the last 2 years. He was one of the guys listening to my software. And then they go, have you ever pitched? The first question they asked from the little panelists, they said, I got to ask you, have you ever pitched before? And I said, never in my life. And like, and everyone was like, what? And it's like, this is it. I heard they had a spot and I said, I'll do it, and I asked AI to make this deck about 32 hours ago. And like, that's the power of it. I'm using a tool that I don't even know what a pitch deck was, and it structured an entire pitch deck for me.
I know, it's so crazy. Like, I literally, like, okay, so I went on an interview, was that yesterday? At a new, like, insurance broker. And then I had all these follow-up questions that I wrote out. And then I was like, I went into your software and I'm like, make these sound better. It was like, they sounded even better and more professional. So yeah, I've asked it all kinds of random things. Like we could literally be experts in any job now, it seems like.
Right.
Or at least the illusion of being experts.
The masters of illusion and deception.
Right. And so that's why I feel it's important is the educational part is important.
Yeah.
Because the reality is anybody could use one of these tools and instantly build something.
I just sent a message. I know these guys that sell curriculum to schools. So I just sent him a quick message on LinkedIn to see if they do any curriculum on AI. Just to see what kind of response I could get. So we'll see. I'll let you know.
I had a mom reach out to me that her son is 12 years old and wants me to teach him how to make music with AI.
Wow.
And I'm like, so that young of kids, or I mean, like even younger, like
yeah. I mean, my son, he wants to learn stuff.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like these kids want to do it, and there's also like with the coding being so anybody can do it. And if I was a junior or senior about to go to school for computer networking or computer programming or something, And if maybe I got like extra, some kind of points at school by attending these classes to, to learn about AI and software, whatever. It's like it's a course. We need to build a course that like people get accredited for going through or something.
Certificates.
Yeah, sure, like a college certificate. And if we could get fundraisers to give somebody a scholarship or something like that, that'd be even cooler. But
yeah, okay. I definitely think this needs to happen where that like full-on thing. Okay, so let's fully break down what the course would be of what you guys would want start to finish. What would be the end result that if you guys took the course and literally you guys could have anything in the world that you want, right? I've learned anything.
Working software.
Say that again, Juliet.
Like a full-blown working software that you could either use like in your job or you could sell to somebody or.
And now that you've got the software, you need to know how to build the website. You need to know how to market the product with a video that you can make with AI and a song you can make with AI. So we're teaching you how.
Like I still need to make like a full-blown like public-facing website for my kindness tracker, that talks about anti-bullying and the reasoning for it, and just like here's all the tools and resources and how you deploy it. And
it's like the complete business in a box, but reword it somehow. It's like the complete, like basically like Juliet said from start, I've got an idea. The kid comes up with an idea of I want to make this, and then now how do I promote it? How do I get it out to the world? And they have they're entrepreneurs in a way.
Yeah, because like think of them doing a pitch at the people you just did a pitch in front of. Like you have a website already. Like if we just built like a tool, that wouldn't necessarily be good enough. Like it has to have that full-blown website, a full-blown, has to have all the things.
Okay. And we could split up work too.
Ultimately, you would want a full-blown working software that you could use with a website that you could market to, and it's marketing. It's marketing. Like the end goal would be your first customer.
Sell it or to get money to or use it or something like that.
Yeah, the end goal is you've got this product that's for sale online.
So what if, dude, you guys will never believe who reached out to me on LinkedIn.
Who?
Literally one of the guys that onboards people to AppSumo.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Like, because he wanted MyAiTeam, and I'm like, bro, you guys are how I launched 3 years ago. Like, and he's like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, wait, was it? And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? And I'm like, thank you. And he's like, and I was like, was it? He was like, was it under a different brand though? And I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, it was. It was under AI copy. It was called AI Copy God. Do you remember that, Austin?
Yeah. I still have that in the back of my brain. Yep.
So MyAiTeam, before it was called MyAiTeam, was called AI Copy God. I renamed it because some people found it offensive.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Wait, I missed it. What'd you say?
So when I first launched MyAiTeam, it was originally called AI Copy God. However, some people were offended by the name. And I love the name, but some people were like, copy God.
Oh,
God.
copy.
Yeah. And so they were like, you shouldn't say God in the title.
Oh, gotcha.
But now that you look back at it, look back now and say, MyAiTeam was a better brand choice because of the fact that now it's got so many different things.
Yeah. Now, my AI team's way better brand, I think. Totally. Yeah. Especially as the more AI becomes more valuable, it's going to be it's a sweet domain, So, yeah, it's a little hard to say. But yeah. So Okay, so start to finish, a full customer. All right, and you guys said connecting some of the APIs like external services. External services.
Yeah.
Getting users, setting up the back end, purchasing domains. Like, okay, so a full-blown working website so you guys could use and sell and have users. I think that should be the end result. I mean, ultimately, there's really no other result. And then have to get users is key, right? The getting users for your software is definitely a part. Now, how long would something like this as a commitment on your guys' end, if I was to do this live, right? You guys are in this group and stuff, but like if we were to actually say like work sessions, right? Like, you know what I mean? Yes, we have instructionals like this, but we actually have like a class where we're working and like, because here's the thing is Joey needs to share his screen just so I could tell him to click on the button. Austin has to tell me what he's stuck with, but he has to share his screen so I can tell him where to click. You know what I mean? Like there's certain times where you actually need to like, bro, I'm stuck right here and I don't know how to get to right here. But your class of just telling me a broad overview isn't going to help me. You know what I mean? I actually need like my situation. Like Austin had a repeating group issue one day. And he's like, how do I get this repeating group to display? That's a 5-minute fix on a class. What you got, Austin?
So I kind of have an idea for the structure of the call, or the structure of the, you could call it curriculum. What you could do is you could have it to where it's like an intensive type thing where you like a full blown program where it teaches how to build software. One day could be, or I mean, you could even bring it if you really wanted to stretch it out to like 2 weeks. So where it's not all on your back all at one time. You could have it to where it's throughout 2 weeks, and you could have it every call. At the end, make it to where you designate like 30 minutes at the end of each call to make sure people have understood it, and if they didn't, go back and basically rewind and be like, okay, what did you not understand? Let's walk through that more clear step by step.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's really amazing. So I'm thinking like 2 weeks is a good short time frame. I'm thinking like it should be like a 3-month thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on how often you want to meet, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like people are busy. I think if you like set it up initially and you target students, perfect time would be during summer break and winter to do like a camp almost, like they have these camps.
Yeah, I'm thinking like go back to school type thing.
Yeah.
My kids are about to go back to school. I'm about, as a parent, you know how much free time I'm about to get? Like, you know what I mean?
I know.
Like,
I really like next week I have to take my son at 9:00 to the baseball camp and pick him up at 2. So that's gonna like screw up my day. Like it's gonna like I'm gonna lose like 4 hours of my day,
I'm gonna get so much more time. All my kids are gonna go back to school, and I'm gonna be at home chilling. So for me, it's great.
I'm just like, oh, go back to school already, because he's there at 7:30, and then at 3:30 he takes the bus to the after school program until 5, 5:30. It's like sucks.
So I'm thinking like once the kids go back to school type thing, we should have like a full-on software development lifestyle. We just straight build out software until we finish. Ultimately, here's the thing that I want to end with, okay? I want my students to have a full working and viable software. Okay.
Hey, you know what? I wonder on the marketing side of things, is there any tools that, like, once you create your brand logo or your brand colors, and then you need to make like marketing materials and different things, like, is there any AI tools that kind of like keeps it all consistent, or is it just gonna freaking change the graphics and the layouts and everything every time you do it? As close as possible.
For what?
Like marketing, like if you're making like a flyer or you're making like it's like, how do you keep the same consistent brand like across the whole thing with images and stuff, graphics and layouts
So
for like print stuff, print and even
there's a tool
graphics for
out
your
there
website.
called placeit.net. They have a bunch of different things where you can do mock-ups, designs, logos, videos, gaming, whatever. And if you can I last time I was able to, or I used it, you can set up a brand guide, and then it will go through and just use that brand guide to be able to go and build out the marketing materials and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking with the kindness program that I'm making, how we used to have it, it's like you have to make flyers and posters and all these things, but it needs to be consistent. In my experience using AI images, it like changes it. It's never like consistent, like exactly.
Or if you want to go another route, you could I know Canva has it for sure. Canva, you can set up your brand guide, your font, your with your logo, and once when you import your logo, it will extract the colors from the logo. And then yeah, you can select your font and all that fun stuff. And I think it'll help. It'll resize the logo to whatever document or thing you use.
Nice.
I've used that multiple times.
Yeah. Okay. So I
saw you said I want my student to have a full working Bible software. So you can have the route where it can be, you could do one or both. You could do, you want to go down the route of being an AI music maker, producer, composer. That's a simpler course, or you can go down the course of being the software, blah, 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 or you can do both. But if that's like a private, like you're only going to get, like so much of this is you're going to be able to just pre-record, and they're going to have to go through this course and then say that they've went through all this before they can even come to the course with questions. Because like, if you haven't went through all these videos, then you're not ready to come and ask me any questions yet. I feel like so much of it you can pre-record, and then it's like, you can, the mastermind with, your top people, whoever that is. Sorry, the wizard's getting a phone call. But yeah. It's like a mastermind. I don't know how many of them can afford it, but I think you only have a few at first that are going to be the ones that complete all that anyway. You're not going to have a mass amount of people where it's overloading.
Yeah, but think about this, Jeff, like especially like for next summer or even over like the fall, like the winter break or whatever. How many things have like the parents been paying for the summer just to keep their kids out of their hair while they're trying to work or get things done, right? Like you could have something affordable around $100 a week or something, and they can sit in on some courses like a few hours a day or something for a week, and you could just get like a ton of like students.
would you guys rather have like a live course or like just a course where it's fully pre-recorded, like pre-recorded start to finish, and then which one?
So I'm gonna tell you, I like them both. There's two drawbacks. One was the live course. The live courses, it's gonna be hard for people to
Fit it in their schedule.
not just fit it in their schedule, but to keep up. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, when I'm watching a YouTube video, I stop, do the process, go back to the YouTube video, hit play. It's a bunch of back and forth. Now with the pre-recorded, that it'll be nice to have that, but you don't have the guidance of you. So what you could do is you could do the pre-recorded, and then every week have a, I mean, if we were doing it that way, you could do every week have an hour dedicated to answering the questions of the students and going through and
Yeah, or have like office hours, like you could have an evening
Yeah.
time and like a daytime time or something like
exactly.
that. So you have
Yep.
Okay, I like the office hours idea.
Yeah, because I think he's right. Like even when I was watching your video for the YouTube for the music, like I was like, okay, let me do this part, and then let me watch that again. You know, how did he do that? You know, so you go back.
Yeah, and software development is probably way more intensive than that. Like I
Yeah.
know that you're just like, wait, what drop down did he just click on? What the heck just
Wait, what software did you say? Wait, what was that prompt you put in?
oh, man.
I
Yeah.
could talk for a while on the topic, but I feel like it's like you go through the course and then it's like this week's homework is this, and then it's like you do it and it's like we talk about that on the call, and it's like you come to the call with something related to the topic that we're talking about this week, not just random stuff. Like Joey's just coming in here talking about fundraisers and stuff, and it's like, you know, like I'm all off the board, you know, like that wouldn't how a structured call would go down, you know. So it's like, but like I feel like you guys are my people. I can talk to you guys
Yeah,
about.
totally. I love it. We're all trying to get our stuff together in life.
Yeah, we are, and we all see a potential.
Which looks at. Did you see what Isaac posted? He's building an AI life coach.
That's what's up, Isaac.
That would help us all get
Yeah,
our
bro,
shit
we all
together
need
in
that. Yeah. Super relevant.
Daily accountability, 100%. I need that.
So I just found out this cool software that you guys would probably like. It's called and it kind of helps us all with like keeping things. This is totally off topic. Keeping things organized and whatnot. It's called Start.me. Basically, think of it as like a Trello board. But you can create your own little you can create your own boards and have tasks underneath it or things you need to do. I mean that it's just super good for planning. I used to use it. I just am more pen and paper now. But just something to give you guys some ideas.
Nice. Okay. So, all right, I think step by step is the answer, and pre-recorded is the salute, like the thing that I'm going to start doing. And I think I might just like kind of build it in here and maybe just use you guys as like test demos, and just, hey, like, where are you guys at? And then I'm just going to build it, and then over time, once it becomes more valuable, I'm going to create an offer around this. And then my ultimate make it is like, if I could get one of you guys start to finish launching a software and document what that process is like, then anyone could do it. So yeah, I just need to recreate it. It might be a little bit long. It might be, I mean, it's just access of however long. And then I don't have to do a 3-month course, you know, then I don't have to like tie a timeline to it. I would like to not have to make it where my time is attached to the new thing. That's the only reason I haven't sold another thing, is because I don't want to make it where my time's attached. So, but a course would not be in my time. I just have to make it once. So, okay. So I will do that. I'm going to work on this, figure out if you guys have anything like whatever you guys are stuck on building. Those are the videos that I need, right? So if you're like, hey, how do I do this? Or how do I do this? Or even Joey's like, how do I connect to AI, right? I'll make 4 videos on how to connect to AI in different ways. Okay? Like those are the type of things that I'll do so we can have those and build software off of it. My goal will be just to like make those videos and then I'll categorize them on start to finish on how to build a software. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, me connecting to Bubble really changed things. Making it where we could have Bubble as a backend database is a really big deal. Like,
yeah, I think I would really like to know how to do all those API connections because, I mean, making a database, I've done some things like that in the past, but this API things are totally new to me.
yeah, that's so crazy. So I built an API tool for this. I'm going to let you guys, I actually use it a lot. Let me show you guys. It's really cool. So you guys see how slow this AI code snippet is? Like, you know, when you do the search thing, it's just god awful slow. Whenever I show you, like, this is what makes it so exciting is because I'm able to connect people to front including incredibly fast. Like, oh, so yeah, I'm over here building like webhook software. This stuff's cool. All right, well, I'll make the video because you're right. I could literally show you guys right now and still you're going to be like, how the heck did Jeff do that? And what does that mean? And what is the point of this? Like, it makes much more sense if I actually just made like a step-by-step training video and put it into the course. Okay.
Yeah, and it probably doesn't even need to be that long of a video. But yeah, I mean, if you just create these little
Yeah, it really
sections,
doesn't.
if you just create like the little sections, you can insert all these videos into your course, like at some point.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to do that. If you guys have any videos or anything that you want to connect to, or how do I do this or anything like that, send me a direct message of this is how, like, hey, make a video on this, make a video on this, make a video on this. And that's going to be my primary job because this is going to be turning into the course. So imagine if you guys have me as your like quote unquote senior developer. Okay. So if you get stuck, ask me how to do something. Okay. Your job is to use me to be able to create a full software. Okay. That's your job. You have to be proactive to say hey, if I get stuck, how do I do this? Your line of defense is the AI first, Jeff second. Okay? That makes sense? AI first, Jeff second. Okay? So, yeah. Here's what we're going to do. Let's see. Yeah. Because ultimately, the testimonies that you guys give me, the testimony really is not you saying, Jeff's really awesome, he taught me everything. The testimony is saying, hey guys, Joey created a software, go buy it for $27 a month. And then I promote it to my audience. That's the testimony. Okay? Pre-promoting and all that stuff, like I want it to where you actually have a login, have a sign up, have a purchase. If you get stuck, Jeff, how do I set up this? How do I set up this? How do I set up this? All right. Ask the AI first, then me. What you got, Joey?
Oh, I just had one of those aha moments. So if we do get students involved in this, we need a website built, Jeff, that all these students can upload their code into this so the other students can play with the other kids, like the winning or whatever, you know. And then maybe that site to outside people that aren't in the program have to pay to have access to the website. I don't know, but like if they're building things inside of there, maybe it's if it's beneficial to other students, then they can. You know what I'm saying?
So you think I should have like almost like something that has tools and stuff that people could put on there, finished projects?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. I feel like it should be finished projects, but not just anybody. It literally has to be AI coded software.
Yeah.
What you could do, Jeff,
Yeah.
if you're interested in doing it, so that way you can basically track things. What you could do is you could build out a actually you could just tell OpenAI to go in and make it to where you can make sure the any code snippet you have that has been built is built with a MyAiTeam, making just validating it. So when they go and upload it to that tool directory, you just have it read the code, and if it doesn't have that one line of code saying that it was built by MyAiTeam, it's rejected.
Yeah. That's a cool idea. I also kind of like that idea to have like a full tools directory, so you guys could actually see some of the tools that I'm using in the APIs. Because I just found a website, like I have a website scraper, right? I have a crawler and a scraper. It's really great. It's awesome. AI coded it. However, it doesn't crawl like Zillow very well. It doesn't do certain websites. Well, this website crawls Zillow really well. Like it crawls certain like real estate websites really well. So if you ever want to build a real estate software, it has a free API up to 5,000 credits. So you could test it and build a whole software around it and then get users to pay the bill. Like, so that's a free software that you could build an entire software around. So it's like, and there's like 30 different things that you could scrape. You could scrape Craigslist. I was thinking about scraping Craigslist for jobs and then putting it in a job board. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Craigslist is just old. And so I'm like, if I could scrape this, scrape Craigslist, message the job company, and I could like you guys job list jobs. You know what I mean? Like you could have a whole job board just do on off that, you know? And so I feel like there's a lot of things that we could do. And if you guys learn how to do these things, well, like right now I'm getting to the point where it's like, I only have certain 24 hours in my day, but I'm selling most of them now, you know, like people are buying them because they want stuff built. Well, it's like, I legit am in the point where I'm hiring people now because I have funds because people are hiring me with stuff. So it's not like I'm like broke with the other stuff. Like, there's a huge difference in software development. You guys want to know, everyone that was pitching at that investor pitch, every single person besides me was pitching, investing, and raising money for software development.
Yeah. You're like,
I'm talking $500,000 plus for software in their pitch decks because they're raising $10 million.
that's
like,
crazy.
It's insane. Like, and who are they going to, they're going to hire one person and then that person's going to manage a team that does something. But it could also be one person that does AI and does the whole project themselves. When I started the AI music group, do you guys know I had a $15,000 a month client for software development? And then I started doing AI music. Maybe got a little distracted from it. I loved it. I needed it. I got tired of doing software all the freaking time. It was a lot of freaking work. It's a lot of brain work. I could see why it's hard for people. However, it means it's a valuable skill that's going to keep getting paid more and more and more and more, and people are going to need it more and more and more and more. Well, if you just learn how to do it, or if I could teach you guys how to do it, I don't have to do it as much. I could just show you guys how to do it, and I could be like, Joey, I got a client. Could you build this software out for him? Here's a few $1,000s. And then you do it. Juliet, I got a client. Take it over. Austin, Isaac, help me with this one. And you guys build it for me. Right? Like, I want to have a certification program that I could say, yep, this person knows how to build a software start to finish and get customers. And then I could send you a customer that is going to hire us for the same thing. So the certification is for me to actually be able to say, yep, that person knows how to do their job. Because here's the issue. Sometimes I'm really friendly and I'll promote my friends. And yep, that guy could kind of help you. But he doesn't have a certification from MyAiTeam that I know he could help you. We just had an electrician come out. And unfortunately, I think my power was like, you know, my internet went out. I literally think he's going to have to come back out because it's messing up again. So I'm probably going to like find like a staycation this time. Like I'm going to go to something fun. I don't want to go to freaking my father-in-law's house again. That sucks. Like
Rent an Airbnb or something for
yeah, you know what I mean? Like
days or
here's the
week
difference.
or whatever.
Now I have a power outage and I have software development clients. Well, they pay way different. So I'm not broke and I'm not like stuck in a situation. Well, this sucks. Like I'm not like scrambling. I'm not hurting in this moment, which is interesting because I am same audience, just a slightly different offer. Not even a slightly, it's just a different offer. Same audience. Same people I was talking to. I'm sure if I talked to the guy that was paying me $15K and be like, bro, I'm back. He'd been like, all right, let's hire you again. Right? Like, but I needed music, man. I needed it. It helped me get through some dark times and I met you guys. So like, I wouldn't have changed a thing for a world, you know, like I'm so glad I have those songs on the internet now. Like, however, I also see why musicians go get day jobs,
Regular jobs,
because they're like, yeah, like I like it.
I made $1.72 on Spotify.
Like yeah, that's rough. You know what I mean? Like it's not that your day job, you know what I mean? I could see why, and I'm sure people have done it, and I'm so happy for them. And here's the thing is, I have the music visualizer software. So if I want to keep doing this, the music thing, well, I could have a software that sells to that audience. I highly encourage people to like build. Maybe I just didn't have the full part of the business. Maybe I just didn't, you know what I mean? Like it sounds like Joey's keep going and he's still making money with it. It's just continuing, not giving up and finding what works.
Yeah, I just take this distro kit. I got $16, baby.
That's what's up.
You're rich.
No, but the fundraiser I think is a bomb. Like donate a little bit of your time. Like I don't know for y'all, but I mean like either way, when I go on, I'm gonna like plug you guys. You know, like anytime I can support Juliet, Jeff, I would always support you guys. And I mean like if you guys wanted to, if you ever need me for anything, I'm there for you guys. And if you guys need a video testimony, just ask. I will record it and send you guys a testimony telling people how great you are.
That's what's up. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to build this course. Thank you guys so much for keep showing up every day. I appreciate you guys. And so if you have any questions as you guys build your software, let me know.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do everything I can myself tonight. And if I'll record a Loom video if I get caught up, and I'll just show you where I'm at. And then maybe you can just text me what to do.
Word. All
or
right,
voice,
cool. I love it.
voice command.
Sweet. I can't wait. Can't wait to see your guys' software and help promote it. My goal is to help promote your finished software.
Go find a place with real internet.
Love you guys. Talk soon. Bye.
Later.